I don't know if this might be it could be a tiny position 4. It could be Misery playing this.
Yeah, it could be tiny position 1, could be tiny position 4. Well, tiny position 1 is kind of dead, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't really see that any longer. You do
Well, look,
occasionally, but
look at his adorable face, though.
I know when he's level 1 with his little tree, oh, he's like the cutest character in all of Dota 2, I swear.
Him, he loves the fact that he gets to be here.
Yeah, he's very excited to be going into battle
With his tree that's way bigger than him. I
with
love
that
you,
little
Tiny.
guy. All right, so that's a lot of burst damage now coming out from Chaos Esports. You've got Tiny, who's going to be able to put a lot of pressure on the map anytime that he's not visible. I really think it's going to be a position 4, actually, the more I look at this Tiny.
Hmm.
And that puts a lot of pressure because we've seen, the joke is Tiny Airlines, right? Every time he gets a toss back behind the tower, but it really makes you have to be careful about your positioning even more than usual.
Yep.
And
And it
anytime that he's not on the
enables,
map, you're wondering, where is he? Is he going to be showing up in my lane? Oh no.
yeah, and it enables heroes like Brewmaster and Ursa a lot more, which could be picked up here
That is true.
right now.
I
Because
wouldn't mind
Brewmaster's
seeing an
still in the
Ursa.
pool. Ursa would be pretty good here. It becomes a lot harder for Razor to drain a hero like Ursa just because a lot of the damage comes from the Fury swipes, not from his own right clicks. Tiny will gap that distance for him at the start of the game.
Well, also
As
just
well as,
the Tusk wants to be up close and personal with you, and
yeah,
he does not want to be up close and personal with a an Ursa bear. That's for sure.
yeah, most people do not. And Disruptors lacks like an escape mechanism to properly deal with a hero like Ursa, so be super susceptible to getting killed by a tiny Ursa combination. Just pick Ursa. Listen to all these reasons why it's good here.
They get a
That is the
sniper.
opposite
That
of
is
what
the
I asked for.
opposite of this. Oh boy,
Come
all right.
on, Chaos.
No, they want to
Thought
go
we were
sniper.
cool.
They've got some really beefy people in front, and this is you just have sniper sit back, let Monkey do his Wukong, and Tiny just absorb all of the other damage, the toss back.
That's not even that good here. Tusk gaps the distance.
I
Come
don't
on,
know. I
guys.
don't know. They're having fun, I guess, on the side of Chaos.
They've had enough fun today.
They have had a lot of fun. I don't know. I was still really impressed that the position for Ember Spirit was working out so well for them, considering.
Hmm.
All right, the Brewmaster's going to get picked up for Pepita now on the side of Infamous. So that's going to be able to create a lot of chaos in these fights.
Yeah.
What about a Pangolier for the side of Chaos Esports?
You could pick that one up too. I feel like you want to, if you're not running this tiny as a core, then you want to be running a hero that goes pretty well with the tiny, and none of these heroes really fit that at the moment. Monkey King gap distance on his own just by jumping tree to tree. Toss is pretty not great if you're tossing in a sniper. It
Mm-hmm.
kind of does the opposite of what you want the sniper to be in position to the enemies,
Well,
just
maybe the
far
toss
away.
back.
Yeah, you
You
can
know?
toss people back, but then things become very scary for you really quickly.
Yeah. Yeah,
As
I
the
don't know.
tiny,
I don't
anyways.
know. I guess they just wanted to play sniper. They were like, let's play sniper. I feel like playing sniper.
I really want that the face cam thing that you were talking about before.
Yeah.
Everyone's reaction to some of these picks.
Is it the cheering like, yay, I get to play sniper? Or is it like, why did you pick me sniper?
Yeah, exactly. You guys have it easy at the lands.
What do you mean?
For people to read something like that, just seeing someone say, you got to see the people's faces, right?
No. No.
No?
No,
Okay.
of course not.
I take it back. You guys have it hard at the lands.
You get to hear the crowd, though. You get to hear the crowd reaction. But generally, no, we don't get to see inside the booths. I actually pick up the Phantom Lancer for themselves on the side of Infamous. That's pretty interesting.
Mm.
Why Phantom Lancer in particular? I guess because he can close the gap even further, right? Being able to throw out the Spirit Lance and then the Phantom Rush.
Yeah. If he can time his doppelganger correctly, he can dodge the Monkey King, Boundless Strike. Other than that, he's not the greatest. And Leshrac gets picked up last, despite the recent nerf to him at early levels for Diabolic Edict.
Yeah, it's going to be a
Yes.
Tava. I was right. It's a position for Tiny coming out for the side of Chaos Esports.
This is weird. This is a really weird draft.
Yep. I'm not disagreeing with you. It's a bit strange, especially that sniper pickup, just because of the fact that they do have gap close. They've got ways to catch him, but I guess they're just ensuring the fact that Weeha and Misery are going to be really upfront and personal. King RD, he's been really on point with the saves. I think what was I casting? I was casting one of their games. I think it was one of their games, or I was watching. I can't remember at this point. Watched a lot of South American Dota
There was a
games.
game of Dota 2.
There was a game of Dota 2, but no, where just King RD, like, he was MVP. He kept his cores alive for so long, like, just perfectly on time with everything, all the false promises, Fate's Edicts, Purifying Flames, everything. So that's a lot of faith, I think, between HFN and King RD, King Owl, to make sure that he stays alive throughout all this.
Mm-hmm. But Sniper is one of those heroes where even after you get saved, it's kind of hard to be saved,
Right.
You need a lot to save a Sniper.
Well, they also have to... Here's the thing, right? Because whenever I see an Oracle get played, there's a lot of thirst after that Oracle. They know that that's the person that they have to take down. It's the person that they have to make sure they can't keep alive, because he's just going to keep the rest of his team going the entire time. So usually they try to jump on him first. So positioning is going to be really, really important for King RD.
Yep. Let's take a look at how they decide to do these lanes. They're actually sending... They're not going to send HFN. Oh yeah, they're going to send HFN mid. He's got the pool tangas.
He's played mid before. It's a good matchup for him. Sure, he's fine with it.
Yep.
I sense a connection between
While
us.
Weeha's going to go down to the bottom lane. Who's he going to be laning against? Probably looks like the Phantom Lancer down here.
Yeah, looks like they'll send him down.
Yeah, he'll do decent in that. But he's got to have... Yeah, and he has the Oracle with him, so he'll be able to deal with that harass from the Disruptor. If you can get in really close, you can both root the enemies and purge that Thunderstrike off you at the same time, which would be super good.
Looks like they're trying to hide up their lanes, though.
Mm-hmm.
Coming out for the side of Memphis, they want to make sure that they get the best possible setup.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of setup would be exactly what Chaos wants, right?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you don't really want to lane your Monkey King against the Razor, and so that's why they've switched things up a little bit, even though they have your HFN normally plays in the safe lane. And fool the enemies just a little bit. They'll probably rotate the Razor to follow around the Monkey King.
Alright. Runes are up. Looks like they're not going to bother contesting for the bottom, but they should be able to get 2 on top. So Infamous will get 2, and Chaos will end up getting 2. They just keep pinging out the courier that Monkey King has turned into. It's so cute, though. You have to ping it out. It's adorable.
I really think things like the tower should
Aggro.
hit aggro onto this guy when he's a courier. The fact that you can go into the enemy base and just kind of sit there is a little bit ridiculous.
So already seeing that Purge come out against the Thunderstrike that Disruptor places down. So King RD, he's got a couple mangoes. Probably end up using quite a few of the mana regen.
Yeah. I really don't think that ability should be purgeable in that way. Maybe a strong dispel. I really don't think it's strong enough to warrant being able to soft dispel. But whatever. What do I know?
What do you know? You're not Ice Frog.
Yeah.
Or are you? No, you're not. Otherwise you would have changed it, clearly. So
This game would be perfect if I was Ice Frog.
Oh no. So I guess my question is, what's the plan just to try to make sure that Weeha doesn't get any sort of farm? Because generally when you see an aggressive tri-lane like this, they want to be getting kills.
I mean, you stop him getting farm, yeah, but you also want to be winning some of these other lanes like a lot harder. You want to be doing really good on the sniper, and you want to be doing really good on Tavo here in the offline. That's exactly what's happening for Tavo right now. Well, he's like nuking the Brewmaster right out of lane. Brewmaster's already had to use his salve. Misery's pulling his camps. Who got that CS? Neither of them. It wasn't. I was curious if Papita got that big creep there, but he didn't. He clapped it as it was in the air from Tiny.
There's an invis, or sorry, not an invis. There's a regen rune over in the bot lane. Moose will spot it out. Don't think Sniper will be going for that, but seems to be having a perfectly fine time here in the mid lane. A little bit behind on CS. 5-0 on the Sniper, 10-7 on Tomato.
That'll happen on the other levels for Sniper. There's a
Oh,
little bit
bottom
of
lane.
disadvantage.
Weehaw throws out the Boundless. He's going to try to dodge, but it's not going to be enough. Moo's actually going to draw the first blood.
Going down there first on Weehaw feels pretty bad. You want to be able to get that kill off onto the Tusk before you go down, but Oracle getting the solo EXP isn't so bad. If he hits level 3, then he has quite a bit of magical nuke on his side.
Yeah, that's definitely when you want to start making more moves. Needs to be careful though. Oh, the clarity gotta get cancelled out immediately coming out from moves. That's a feels bad, man. They just picked that up, and they definitely want to be able to spam out those purifying flames. What's going on behind the tower here? Tomato going a bit deep on a dive. Manages to take 56 damage. Just razor things, I guess.
Yeah, forces them to react a little bit. Tiny's there now. No, he doesn't have a TP. But Tiny picks up this regen rune. Now he's ready to fight. He's got
making
this
his
one.
way. Yeah, look at Misery go.
Yeah. Look at his
Get a
face.
toss back. We'll run immediately into Moose, follow up with the Avalanche. A couple of hits, toss up into the air. We'll be able to root him into place, and that's going to be a kill going out for the side of King RD.
Yep. But they're angry at Misery right now because he only got 3 stacks onto the guy, and so he didn't get his Jingu mastery onto himself. Yeah. Would have allowed him to harass some of these enemies quite a bit, maybe get a boundless strike off on them. It actually, like, makes a pretty big difference. Being
That's a
able to
pretty
get
big
that
point.
versus not having it.
Yeah, I didn't think about the fact that he could just get those Jingo and then use it to harass in lane. 4-minute runes are coming up. It's going to be an invis in the bottom lane. And Misery should be able to snap that up, although the shard's coming through. Toss out, Viver. Not going to be able to grab it in time. And do see a rotation here. Misery has his eyes on this Tomato. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get there quite fast enough. They're trying. He's taking a lot of damage. There's the toss. And Misery will find the kill on Tomato.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, though, Weehaw might be in for a little bit of an issue here as he's going to get Thunderclap. He gets held in place by the Kinetic. He's trying to eat his way through these trees. Does manage to go out.
Feel better already.
And avoid getting
I guess
hit.
they were just too afraid of a TP there to really fully commit on him. He did have another Spirit Lance up on that Phantom Lancers before the Phantom Lancer got under the tower, but I think at that point they realized, okay, well, if we're not fully committing for this kill, then and getting it, then kind of in a bad place. Just keep the Monkey King shut down as much as we can. Don't take any unnecessary risks.
Pepita, he was hoping to find himself a room, but will get tossed right back into Tabo. The Avalanche will connect, and there's no more Pepita. And there is still another bounty rune here in the top lane. Weehaw, gonna get thrown into the shards. Oh, the slow coming out. He manages to get the Boundless, trying to dodge, but he will get taken out. And Tomato chasing after HFN. Misery is making his own rotation, though. So it needs to be careful. King RD also spotting him out. Will be able to go throughout that route.
Yep. Still, even though Tiny could have tossed him, I don't think Sniper wanted to be quite that close to the Razor, even with 3 heroes there.
Feels like Tavo is just, yeah, he's having a great time in this top lane. 33 and 11.
Yep, and towers are going to melt like crazy to him once he's got he's got 3 points of Diabolic Edict already. He's going to get Rod of Atos, he's got 2 crowns.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great item. Like we said, every hero should be building a Rod of Atos.
That's just the patch we're in right now.
It is. I'm still surprised that we didn't see a nerf on it.
Oh, I feel better already.
We saw kind of a nerf on it, but not really.
Not really.
But they reduced the cast range by 50 and like the cooldown by 1 or 2 or something like that. It was something that wasn't really a nerf. It was a non-nerf.
It was a slight alteration, I believe is the best way to put it.
Again, if I was Ice Frog, the game would be perfect.
I'm sure. HFN gonna get clipped by the Plasma. As he's gonna try to run himself away, and they do have a nice ward keeping tabs on him. Already King RD, though, making a rotation. He's gonna be able to save HFN if necessary. taking a lot of this damage away from 36. We'll try to go and turn it back around. Tavo, though, in the top lane, actually going to fall to Pepita as they make a full rotation. Misery going to get glimpsed back now underneath the tower. He's going to have to run himself out. Does have a bottle. Looks like we don't have the shards up just yet, but the kinetic will be able to dodge it. Look at Misery go. He is rolling away. Tosses right back into that avalanche. Look at all three of them. They're sitting so low. If only he had +1 right now, he might be able to turn this around. Shards do actually connect. He's going to try to TP himself out. Not going to be able to. The snowball comes out. Misery tosses again up into the air. And then finally, Pepita going to be able to take him out.
Yeah, almost brought down that disruptor with him, but unfortunately, right beside the shrine, they're able to heal right back up afterwards. He gave him a run for his money right there, and look at all the space that he made for Tavo.
That's
all the
so
way.
much space.
Yeah, he's got to walk away right now, though.
Yeah, he definitely needs to. He's
Tavo,
no, Tavo. Yeah, he tries to go through onto Diabolic Edict, but there's just too much damage. Does manage to land the Split Earth, will turn around, still trying to just get these spells off, knows he's a goner, and will get taken out by Biver. And while that's going down, looks like HFN getting dove down here. Tomato gonna have to run himself away, and it will be Wii that gets the final hit. That's the problem with Sniper.
You are pretty susceptible to getting run down and killed. You're not very fast, and you don't really have any nukes or anything like that. It's great when you're sitting in the back being a sniper, but when you actually have to engage with anyone, the hero feels pretty bad.
Especially not compared to a Razor, right? Because Razor is so very, very fast anyways.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them maybe protect HFN, maybe just a little bit more. Surprised that we didn't see more TPs going out. But some movement here in the bottom lane. Misery running right into Biver here. He's running to quite a few people. The avalanche comes out. They'll try to go and get the purge off. Misery now stuck in the kinetic field. There's only so much that King RD can do right now. He's only sitting at level 4. Nice boundless coming through though. Moves having to push himself back. They'll try to burn down, but Purifying Flames will be able to heal him back up again without a purge.
Yep. So he's going to be sitting at just enough HP. In fact, they're moving towards the shrine. They figure, okay, our mana's a little bit low as well. We'll just hit this up, take a little sip, and go back right in again. Bathing in the cool waters.
It's like right on the edge here for this ward. I don't think it quite reaches. That feels bad.
Oof. Yeah, just a little bit past it.
Just a little bit.
I think it's like just... Actually, if it touches the inside of the ward, I think it's not quite touching the inside of the ward, though. Oof.
It's very close. Yeah, just a little bit off. Do you have a bit of an invasion coming out here from Biver and moves? They want to make sure that they can get this bounty rune. King RD has to be a bit careful here. But Weeha also going to try to challenge him. We'll get the root off. They need to get maybe just one more hit for the Jingo, and they'll take him out. There's going to be the snowball rolling right back in again. King RD actually having to go throughout that Fate's Edict to buy himself some more time, but doesn't matter. The Eye of the Storm is up and running. Misery going to be able to grab that other rune after the fight's done.
Yep. And Tomato now with Eye of the Storm. It looks mid, wants to push this a little bit now that Sniper is elsewhere and Oracle is just dead. So he's probably going to get this tower too, because he got a catapult wave coming in.
Avalanche toss does a decent amount of damage. There's going to be the snowball though as they roll right back over here onto Weeha. They'll be able to go throughout the shards. Misery's still looking, doesn't quite have that toss up again. Needs to keep running just a little bit more, but in comes Pepita. He's going to join the fight. The split actually going to get used. They'll go and throw Weeha right back again with that glimpse. He's trying to run himself away, but he's not going to be able to. There's too many damage in there. He's got the false promise though over here onto Weeha. Tomato actually will fall to HFN in another lane, but Weeha still alive. Needs maybe just a little bit more healing as the rest of the team, they're still fighting. Misery, the toss back again. Snowball's going to get used. Misery will actually fall underneath this tower, and I feel like Weeha doesn't want to re-engage on this. Not yet. Doesn't have doesn't want to go in just yet without the rest of his team, but this is space, right? While all this is going down, they're fighting for the tier 1. You've got HFN, he's pushing the mid, and of course Tavo. He does a lot of damage to these towers, and he can push out these waves very quickly, so.
Oh yeah, Tavo's got the catapult.
The toss-up, though, Pepita doesn't have the split anymore. Wukong's command, they'll burst him down using that Purifying Flames and a Boundless. Tavo just going to TP himself out, knows that Tomato can't do anything about it. Snowball not going to be able to reach him in time.
Yep. Don't have your Atos quite yet on Tomato, so he ends up getting away. Going for an Atos and a Yules, or maybe just a Yules? I'm not sure. He's got weird items queued up. Anyways,
Yeah, he's got a little bit
actually,
of column A and a little bit of column B.
yeah, he's going for an item that cancels TPs. That's the important thing to remember. Anyways, what happened over here when the Razor got killed by the snipers? He actually dove the tier 2 on the Razor, and then the sniper was like running back and forth between the tier 1 and 2, trying to get away from the Razor. And
Oh, we have an Atos online.
Right. Should keep a little Atos counter somewhere on the screen, just so the viewers can know how many Atoses we're carrying in a game.
Well, I know Tavo had been working on his, so that is completed for him now. As I tried to get the kill on Disruptor, didn't quite find it. But that is pretty scary, being able to set up for that split earth and then all the other damage coming out from the Leshrek.
Mm-hmm. Right. Pepita actually ended up going Midas for his first item. He's pretty far behind at the moment. He wants to get a Blink Dagger next. It's definitely... I feel like he's pretty far behind for position... Is it? He's playing position 3?
Yeah. Yep, he plays offlane.
Yeah, even with 44 CS and 3 kills, I feel like he's a little bit further behind than he should be.
Interesting that he's just choosing to like walk right through here. Although they do have a smoke. Weeha hiding up into the trees, doesn't quite realize that there's going to be more. He's going to be able to get the split off. Weeha now trying to dodge the damage. Will get held into place with the Atos though. In comes Tavo. Tavo putting out a lot of burst as they're going to be able to go drag Weeha right back to kinetic, but not going to quite land there. And they'll be able to go take down the Tusk. And now Tomato, he's leeching off as much damage as he can, but they will get purged off. They drop the Static Storm, and they don't manage to catch really anyone in it. Misery, though, will get taken down by Tomato. King RD trying to run himself back. They'll be able to burst down in from this Tomato, and they'll find a kill over onto Moose. And now all that's left is Pepita. He's already used the split. He's trying to get the kill over onto King RD, but he's not going to be able to quite find it. The Wukong's command comes out, and there's no more Pepita.
Yeah, down the alcohol. That start, it was like a really sneaky gank there by Infamous, walking that Brewmaster through the jungle while you had the people sitting elsewhere who were smoked up.
They run right into Skeeter here. Tavo gonna be able to land the burst. They get that Purifying Flames. They need just a little bit more damage, and they have it. Weeha's dominating. That's smoke.
Oof.
He was not expecting that.
So down he goes there. Just finding kill after kill right now on Chaos. This is the Chaos that we're used to seeing, though. They're not making some of these sloppy plays that we saw in, I guess, the first series of the day in the last game that we just watched.
Yeah, they
Like,
feel
that was
a lot more sophisticated this time around. It's less like brutal, or not brutal, but like brutality going back and forth, you know, kind of unpolished, raw sort of damage. This
Yeah,
feels like
just
they're
team
planned.
fights happening in like split parts. If that makes any sense. Like we see team fights, just people split up in areas that they really shouldn't be.
Although Misery is feeling a little cheeky over here. So just go secure themselves up these bounty runes. How's our sniper doing? How's HFN? He's got himself the Yasha and Treads.
The Wraithmans.
Gosh, remember when that's all that everyone built was just like Wraithbands, Null Talismans?
Or especially just Wraithbands when they gave you, what was it, like 8 attack speed and 8 agility?
Mm-hmm.
That was an awful patch.
Man, look how
And then
fast
it
this
was
tower's
just-
just burning.
Then every patch was like 7.20A, 7.20B, 7.20D. Each patch nerfed Wraithband just a little bit, and people would still buy like 6 of them. Man, God bless this game.
Alright, well, Tomato trying to put some pressure on this tier 1. Do manage to find themselves HFN though over here, and it looks like King RD, can he get there in time? He doesn't have the heal that he needs. Will actually just lose HFN. They just needed a couple more seconds for that false promise. The jump forward again though, Weeha on the case, wants to find Moose. Tavo makes the rotation, doesn't even need that split earth. But it already looks like Biver should be able to run himself away. Man, a couple more seconds they would have had that false promise, but they just didn't have the
Atos?
time. Shards come through. Won't be able to quite land there, but Misery making this rotation. There's too many heroes here. Eventually the snowball is just going to go hit a creep, and they should be able to just slow him down with that avalanche. And the Edict.
I mean, the reason why that Tusk got caught out there is because he went back, or he stopped to hit a creep on his escape, just to get a last hit.
Yeah,
So he
that's
probably
a bit
feels
greedy.
pretty bad about that one. I was gonna say that it was really smart the two of them split up as they were running away, but then he went back to the creep.
Yeah, it was almost a really good play. Almost. Mistakes happen. It is infamous what? This is their second BO3 today?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's both teams' second BO3. Infamous did get a lunch break in between theirs.
That's
though,
true.
But
Well, Chaos got like a whole series break. Oh, Misery runs right into Pepita immediately. There's going to be the toss, the avalanche. They should have the assassinate. They need just a little bit more damage. They'll go, they'll try to purge it. He will be able to get the split off though. And now it looks like Tiny might be in for trouble. King RD, he actually has to use his own ultimate on himself to keep himself alive, but should be able to stay alive as they walk away. It's like Tiny gets slowed down just a little bit. HFN though, he still can find some damage here, Tavo. Oh, and there's Tomato. He's just taking as much damage as possible, and they do have the assassinate. They'll turn back around. They're looking for it. Tomato still is just so swift as he's going to be able to go juke himself over into the trees. Moose, though, toss coming out. Will just throw HFN right at Moose. Has the assassinate. Needs a little bit more damage, but he's still trying to run himself back as he slowly starts to get chased down by Skeeter over here. Skeeter just chasing down. Misery actually going to get taken down, and so is HFN now. The glimpse comes right back again over here on Weeha. Weeha's got to find a way to fight his way out, and he's not going to be able to. He will get taken down and fall.
and there goes his unstoppable streak. I mean, they overcommitted for that Razor, and they just couldn't finish him off. He's just too fast in those trees. I mean, he's got the movement speed. He's maxed out his unstable current. He has phase boots. He has Yules, and he has drums. This guy just moves way too quick for you to kill him. You need to be able to lock him down and take him down in that time. If you're chasing him around in the trees, you're going to pay for it, and they did.
What I'm wondering is, where was Tavo during all of that? Because he did not die during that fight. He
He's
just
doing
backed
Tavo
off,
things.
I guess.
He realized that it was a foolish fight to take.
I don't know.
Maybe
I think
Galaxy
it might
brain play.
have. It might have changed around a little bit if he had been there.
Oh, it would have changed things around. Definitely. Because he's the one with the stun.
Yes, he is. He's the one with the Atos and the stun. Should be able to get a nice D ward over here.
Yep.
King RD
And they're out for
just
blood.
casually walking away, but they do manage to find themselves the Phantom Lancer. Can they lock him down fast enough and burst him? They will be able to find now. Moose has just TP'd himself to his death. Does manage to get the glimpse off, but he's already dead.
Yep. Feels a little bit better, at least Weehaw does, by dropping his all chat line about that fight they just lost there in the bottom lane.
Mm-hmm.
Managed to get themselves both support hero and the carry.
All right. HFN getting closer and closer to that Maelstrom. And we do have a jump over here on the mid lane. They're going to try to burst down Pepita before he can get anything off, and they will be able to do it. This gang squad coming out from Chaos is feeling very, very strong, and they're pincering over here, maybe trying to get the jump onto Biver and Mata, but they're already out. They already TP'd themselves away. They knew what was coming, and instead it looks like Chaos will just focus their attention onto the bounty runes.
Alright, picture this. You're in the jungle, right? Now, all you run into is the Chaos boys wearing headbands and holding knives. That's what the Brewmaster just experienced.
Yeah, that's a gang squad right there for sure.
Yeah.
There we go. We should get some
Headbands.
headbands for
Bandanas.
last
Bandanas,
Gurg. Gurg, can we get some headbands? No, not bandanas. We want headbands. I would wear one. I would totally wear one. Be the coolest girl in school.
Like the Naruto headbands, except with the Chaos Esports or
I don't know if
Ouroboros
I'd
on
wear
it.
that. That's too weeb for me.
Come on, Moxxi.
Too weeb for me.
I told people you were cool.
Why would you do that, dude? That's your problem. All right, at 20 minutes, we're still with a little bit less than a 1k lead. Skeeter, though, Skeeter, he gets found out over here by Misery. The toss back into the Static Storm. Tavo in for some trouble here. Can he make himself out? He will be able to get kept alive by King RD as they are able to take down Skeeter. They have their eyes now over here onto Biver. Biver will be taken down. They get the split off over on Pepita, but Misery, he's still nearby here. King RD still alive. Should be able to go and heal up anyone if necessary. And while this is all going down, you just have the sniper sitting on the backside, just constantly chipping away. The jump down will buy back now on the tusk. They don't want to allow them to go too deep, but again, HFN, he's just able to sit so far back with Weeha frontlining. More buybacks coming out again. Skeeter wants to get into part of it, but Misery should be able to find that kill. It's actually going to be HFN with the assassinate. We got the buyback out from the Phantom Lancer, but he can't go into this now. Already bought back over on the tusk.
He can't do anything about this. I guess he's just saying, okay, well, there's farm in the top lane. I've already bought back. I guess I clear that, but I can't stop them from taking my mid tier 3. I can't stop them from taking my mid racks, he says.
Oh, no. No, he can't. And even when the Brewmaster's back up and running, he doesn't have the split. HFN just obliterates moves with a casual shrapnel on the ground. Just constantly getting healed up by King RD.
And yeah, again, there's nothing they can really do about them taking these racks. We're only 22 minutes into the game. We're up 7k. Graphs all just took a massive spike. You're actually ahead briefly on the side of Infamous.
Now, just a second ago, we talked about like 20 minutes ago, there was less than a 1k lead. There's now an 8k lead going out for the side of Chaos. How quickly the tables just have turned. Yeah, look at these graphs. That's what happens after one really, really good fight. And again, this is going to become the issue, is HFN is able to sit so far back in these fights because Weeha is just throwing his face forward. You've got Misery now with the Blink Dagger who can toss people back, just throw out the Avalanche. And it's pretty difficult to go and jump on this guy. We saw that, you know, Skeeter tried to chase after him, but the rest of his team needed him for the rest of the fight. Well, he was tunnel visioning on the sniper, which, again, is important. The rest of his team was suffering so much because of all the other AoE and nonsense being thrown at them.
And again, this Monkey King is still a massive threat, even though the sniper is as well, and you got to choose one of them. You can't have both right now.
Tavo going to get tossed up into the air, and they will be able to go land that Static Storm. They're going to get the split off as well. Tavo trying to just find a way out, but they go and they drop the Wukong's command. Tavo's actually still alive thanks to King RD. As the rest of the side of Infamous is just trying to run themselves away. Weeha, he pops that BKB. He has his eyes on Viper. They've got the Assassinate. Won't even need it. And now they'll turn their attention now onto Skeeter. They need to find a way to lock him down. They won't be able to go and land the Split Earth. They've managed to slow him down. They've got the Assassinate. Is he going to be able to dodge it? No, he's not. He's going to get taken down. As now Moose juking himself through the tree line, trying to hope that nobody finds him, but he's not going to be able to get out. They'll find him. You can run, but you can't hide.
Yeah, and down he goes as well. There's no buyback right now on the Phantom Lancer. That's on cooldown. They just used it in the last fight. Brewmaster, Pepita did manage to get out of that one. Disruptor did end up giving his life to save the Brewmaster, but with split on cooldown, you're not really going to do much with that hero either. It's just Chaos dominating all over the map.
They're going to go right into that Roche pit and get themselves an Aegis. So who do you put this on? Do you put this on Weeha or do you put this on HFN?
Weeha. Definitely Weeha. You can go be... Was it Suicide Initiator? That's the word. They put it in... Okay.
Well, I guess, you know, if you manage to... Because HFN is squishier, so they might just allow him to siege, possibly, and that way, if he does get jumped on, they can just come right back up again, whereas, you know, you're kind of dependent upon that Wukong's command on Weeha. You're not, you know, a slave to it, but it's definitely one of the perks. So Tavo gonna immediately get glimpsed back, though, does manage to land the split. The Walrus Punch comes out over onto Weeha. Snowball will get used, and they'll be able to go find the kill onto Moose. They should be able to find the kill onto Viper as well with this Avalanche, and there's gonna be a big purge coming out here from the side of King RD with those Purifying Flames. And HFN, just again, he sits so far back, he just plinks away on them. Does have the Manta. Tomato might actually be in for a lot of trouble here as he's trying to run himself away. Will be forced to use those drums. They have the Assassinate. Will use the Yules, though. Pepita standing nearby, just waiting for him. Oh, they're still going. They wanted the Boundless comes through. Can they finish off Tomato fast enough? They'll be able to find it. And there's the BKB coming out from Weehas. They're just going to chase down Pepita. There is no buyback now over on this Razor as Pepita tries to run himself away right into the loving arms of Misery, who has an Avalanche. And just like that, they lose Pepita and they've lost Tomato. And I think they're going to just go right down over to mid, maybe, and keep up this pressure.
Yeah. The top lane is actually just pushed all the way up for them.
Oh,
so
they want Skeeter. They want Skeeter so bad. They're going to be able to go use that Atos, hold him into place. Snowball will connect, though, over onto Weeha. Does buy him a little bit more time, but it looks like Viper's going to get taken down. There's going to be the buyback, though, coming out from Razor. Now moves. He's trying to run himself away, but there's too many heroes. He's actually going to get the Purifying Flames to the face as Tomato tries to throw out that Plasma. I don't know what he's hoping to do. He needs to be so careful. They could easily kill him and have a dieback. And they do. They call the GG.
This was over.
Yep, so Chaos, they end up taking this series to just impressive for them.
So we have a full Brazilian roster going into the major.
As a long-time South American and, I I guess you're both Peruvian and Brazilian fan. How do you feel about the full Brazilian roster going into the major?
Well, I think I remember at one point it was mostly just like the Peruvian teams for a little while. So it is kind of nice to see a variation. It's not so much for me just seeing full Brazilian. It's more the fact that we're seeing a team that we've never seen before make it to the major, right? So Chaos Esports, we kind of figured that they were going to make it into the major. They are kind of like the favorite team coming out of South America right now. But Butterfly Effect is one of those teams that I don't think a lot of people saw coming. I know Grant mentioned, in chat, he's like, I think we're going to see an upset today. I think we're going to see Butterfly take, a game off of Chaos Esports, or rather the whole series. So I'm pretty excited to just see some fresh blood because, yeah, they might be newer, they might not have the experience, but this is how you get experience. So I'm super hyped for that. Sad to see that, Peru's not going to be able to have representation in the major. There is still, of course, the minor that they can go through and, get some points that way. Maybe they'll pull a Vici. Who knows? Work their way all the way up to the major. But this has been a fun day of Dota 2 for me. What about you, Neff?
It's been a fun day of Dota 2. Haven't cast in a while. It was a pleasure joining you today, Moxxi. Thank you for having me. And I got to see a lot of fun Dota. So shout out to the South American Dota 2 scene and all the South American fans watching today. And I guess everybody else. You're okay too.
All right. Well, thank you again so much, Neff. And thank you guys all for watching. I know it's a little bit different going from casting in an arena to casting at home. So thanks for bearing with me with my terrible camera work. And definitely, high five Scriff Wepas and JJ next time you see them because, God, they make it so much easier for me. But otherwise, guys, have a great night. GG.